It is about a boy named 我不知道怎么说那个名字。
没关系。
Something, and then he was living with his father in a village, and his father was a fisherman. One day, 忘记叫啥的一个东西。Important person came to his house with a horse, and then he overheard his father telling the person that the boy was actually adopted. The fisherman was beside the beach one day, and he saw a boat carrying the boy with it, and he adopted him. So the boy got a bit. He didn't want to be sold to the man who came to his house, so he went to the man's horse, and then suddenly the horse talked to him and said that, and the boy was surprised that he could talk. The horse said that they could escape together, so the boy and the horse went together to the north, to a place where the horse came from called Narnia. The boy and the horse traveled a long time, and then one day when they were in the forest, they heard a lion and they were escaping. But then suddenly they heard another horse and a person riding on it, and they got scared. But the lion was also behind them, and then soon they met the horse and the other person riding on it, and discovered that they were also escaping to Narnia. The girl was like, she wanted to escape because her father wanted her to marry to a person, but that she didn't like, and
It's okay.
So she and her horse was also a talking horse, and then they escaped together, and they reached a city, and while they were in the city, they disguise themselves so they don't look like, so nobody recognizes them. But then suddenly a queen, like a king, came and then saw the boy and then thought that he was a prince. He was a prince called Prince Kor. So they took him they took him back into where the king lives, and then they treated him like he was the prince. The boy stayed there a long time until the real Prince Kor appeared, and then he escaped. After he escaped, he reached the outside of the city and waited there for his friends to come. He waited a long time, and then the next day he saw the two horses coming here, but then the two horses was led by a slave and not by the girl, so he got a bit scared. Then
Where was the girl?
the girl had so after the boy left, the girl was like alone with the two horses, and then suddenly she saw an old friend. So the friend was also very rich, and so her friend took her to the house, to the friend's house, and then she told her friend that she wanted to escape, and her friend helped her to escape through the water gate. But while they were doing this, they crossed the palace, and they overheard the prince of the city, of the actual prince of the city, talking to his father because they wanted to attack Narnia, because there was a beautiful queen called Queen Susan, and he wanted to take her as a wife, so they were planning to attack. after they got away, the girl and her friend went through the water gate. So they met up outside of the city, and the girl's friend went back to her house. So the girl and the boy and their horses set up to a journey again across the desert, and they were all very tired. Then after a while they reached a valley and rested and continued traveling. And then they suddenly saw an army that the prince was leading, like to try to capture the queen and have war on Narnia. So they escaped quickly, and then they met up with a lion again, and then the lion almost caught the girl and her horse. So the boy went back to try to save them. And then they reached a gate that had a hermit living in it, and the hermit helped them. The horse and the two horses and the girl stayed behind, and the boy ran uphill to find the king of Narnia and Narnia's friends to warn them of the prince and his army, because the prince wanted to catch them by surprise. So soon he found the king and warned him, and the king let him ride on one of the spare horses, but he was left behind and saw a lion. The lion was Aslan, who was like
the king of the Narnia, right?
Like the creator of Narnia, and very powerful. And the king told him, and the lion told him that it was actually he was the lion who chased him and the girl to
Narnia.
No, who chased him and the girl in the forest, just to make them be together. And it was also him, the lion, who has chased them into the hermit's house. And then the lion left, and the boy
Did Aslan tell them, like, I am the creator of Narnia?
No.
No,
And then the
okay.
boy got very tired, and there were a few talking beasts of Narnia who took him into their home and made him rest. Then when he came out, the king's army was prepared, and the actual Prince Cor was too small to fight, but he wanted to fight. So he and the boy were like pretending to be grown-up people to fight in the battle. And then they went to battle and fought the people from the city, and then they won.
Who won?
The Narnians won.
Okay.
And they captured the prince. And the boy, and then back in the hermit's home, the girl and two horses were waiting, and one day, like suddenly Aslan came and told the girl,
What's the girl's name?
Aravis.
Okay. What did Aslan tell her?
He told her the same thing he told the boy, and then later he left. Suddenly there was a horn blowing, and then the girl saw a prince coming, and later she realized the prince was actually her friend, and she got very surprised. And the boy explained that when he was small, a very wise person predicted that he will save Narnia. So a servant of the king was very mad, and he kidnapped the boy when he was very small into a boat. But the boy's father, which is the king, took them attack the king's servant's boat, but then when they succeeded in attacking the king's boat, they found that the boy wasn't there, and that was how the boy was in the boat when his father adopted him. And so they met up and they went to the boy's father, which is the king, together with the girl and the 2 horses. There, Aslan appeared to everybody, and also the prince that they captured, he turned the prince into a donkey and sent him back to his own city. And so the boy and the girl and the 2 horses lived happily ever after.
Okay, what did you learn from this story? Like, what did you learn? If you didn't learn anything, you can say like, actually I didn't learn anything.
I might have learned something, but I forgot.
You forgot? So do you remember anything Aslan said to them which inspire you? Like, did he say like, I'm the creator, you need to trust in me, something like that?
No.
You forgot?
No, but he didn't say that.
He didn't say that, okay. So that's the whole story?
Summarized.
Yeah, but you forgot what you learned. Like, what can you learn from this story? Or you have never thought about it? 坚持要坚持下去是吧？OK。Perseverance, like, right? 坚持。
你要坚持，因为坚持，然后就因为那个男孩他一直坚持，从很远的地方一直跟他的朋友
走到了纳尼亚，
走到
是吧？
那里啊。
然后走到纳尼亚王国。对，这也是个很好的提醒。我们在信仰上要一直坚持，直到见主面的日子，是不是？那个阿斯兰他代表了什么？你觉得那个阿斯兰代表什么？是天国的王吗
？Jesus。
他是 Jesus， 是不是啊？你希不希望有一天能够见到他呀？希望吗？You will。